Hello, I have some more Soul Level 20 Twink invasions to share with you. I have 2 new subscribers now, so I want to say hello to Pathfinder and Silverster. Thank you for subscribing. I hope you guys enjoy the invasions. I had a great time with this guy again, and you get to see some proper crossbow porn in this. I will be gushing over the knight's crossbow quite significantly in these next set of clips. So yeah, let's go invade. So for the first few invasions, it's been taken quite slow. We get a few sort of co-opers and duels at the bonfire. This first guy gave me the runaround for a good 5 minutes. I could not find him for the life of me. I had looked absolutely everywhere, from the very top of the level all the way right down to the bottom, and sort of where all the enemies had died in various places, I couldn't get a solid read on where he is, or well, where he was. So I finally found him, and at this point I'm pretty annoyed because I wasted 5 minutes of my time, which I suppose was what he was aiming for. He was aiming to waste as much of my time as possible and to annoy the invader, which, you know, it worked, so whatever works for you. This is a fairly short fight. You can see the knight's crossbow doing work at punishing heals. He is using the cell sword. I think he's got the basic cell sword set from oh, don't swing 3 times. Yeah, the mercenary starting class. So he's pretty new at the game. He knows enough to hide from the invader, so he's obviously not that new. And then, boom, miss parries equals loss. He gets the point down because he annoyed me for hiding. I was pretty salty at that, and he gets a few kicks as well. GG, sorry about the salt. And for this next invasion, these guys also gave me the runaround quite significantly. I couldn't find them. I ended up down here. I went all the way around, and I came back the reverse way, and I saw them sneaking up through the rat way. In this instance, I do not want to engage anyone in this narrow area, because once you're down here for the duration. So if you're getting your ass handed to you by 3 phantoms, you want to make a quick escape. The only 2 ways out is the ladder, unless they've got the optional path unlocked, which they never usually do. So you want to not engage when you're down there. So I find the 2 of them making their way back to the bonfire, and plenty of straight sword spam. So that's you know, part of the course at these low levels. So dodging and weaving. And they were using the Silver Eagle kite shield, so I can pretty much swing on them with reckless abandon. I'm not too worried about parry spammers in this one. There's a few clips later on where I have to fight parry spammers, and the knight's crossbow comes in clutch there. It's a fantastic weapon, as I've said before. Never invade without a crossbow. It's indispensable, really. When you're up against parry spammers, there's only so many times you can swing on them before they're going to get you. So I throw a Hunter's Charm at them. I'm trying to bait them down out of this little hole, away from the summon signs, and into a wider area. I don't like fighting close quarters. I like a bit more room to manoeuvre. So I'm trying to bait them down, but they're smart enough to take the bait. So punishing the rolls with the knight's crossbow is great. You don't have to get in close range. You can quite happily pew pew. Yep, he traded and he died. You can pew pew from a range, and you can do about 100 points of damage per hit. It's not as effective as 2R1s, obviously, but it's safe, and that's the main thing. Like when you're up against, say, parry spammers, it's safe. You can't parry a crossbow bolt. Nothing's going to happen. Nothing's going to work against that. So I got this guy on his own, and he's not too bad, but he's not brilliant. So I give him the business. Few R1s, spam away on him. The crossbow to punish as he walks away. Trying to get the guard break on him with the weapon art R1. He counters with the weapon art R2. Another crossbow to the face. Another thing as well, people who want to play passively and try and space you out, and they're throwing out baits, R2 baits, fantastic punishment for that. Absolutely safe. They can't counter it. All they get is a crossbow bolt to the face. This guy, another jewel at the bonfire, annoyingly, is called the Doll, and I think what he was aiming for was a Bloodborne cosplay, the Doll in the Hunter's Dream, but he's wearing the stupid mushroom hat, so I'm not sure what he was going for there. He obviously seemed quite PvP efficient. He was got the cool parry shield with the spell parry on it, and he was pretty good. He was pretty liberal with his parries, but he wasn't spamming them out like a madman. So he wants his jewel at the bonfire, so that means no Estus, unfortunately. So again, crossbow comes in handy. You can punish without fear of retribution. Sillily, it goes for the jump attack. I don't know why I did that. Jump attack's not very good in this situation, one-on-one. Trying to bomb bait me, not going to happen. He realises it quite quickly. Gets me with the R1R and R2. Both go for the parry. Oh dear. I always find that amusing when you're dueling someone. You both instinctively go for wake up parries and stuff. That's something I need to work on really. It's too easy for me to throw out parries, set up parries or wake up parries, even without knowing if they're going to do it first. It's something that I need to work on really. There you go, crossbow finishes him off. He's trying to space me out. Crossbow can easily punish. GG, man. Right, now this is the first major invasion I got, where it was Gank Spank City. This was really tense, and my salt levels, my saline levels were riding high at the end, so I was pretty happy with how this went. So I roll up on these guys, a white and a gold, and the host. The host is Scrublord Central. As you can see, you will be able to see later on in the fight, he's very happy to hide behind his phantoms. So at this point, I get caught in the blender because what I don't want to be stuck in that graveyard. The giant's bolts will be able to hit me whilst I'm in that graveyard, and that's not going to do me any good. It's not going to do me any favour. So I wanted to get in front of them because maybe I could push them in there, and I could stay on the safe side. But that wasn't to be. So I got out through the blender, and unfortunately, what they should have done, these gankers, is they should have camped by the bonfire in that little area and not moved, and then I would have been stuck fighting 3-on-1 in a small area, and that wouldn't have done me any good. But because of their bloodthirstiness, they followed me back through the PvE. They've already defeated and respawned because they think they can win. They think they have the advantage, and they do. They absolutely have the advantage. But Evangelist takes care of the white. Weapon R1, get the guard break, deep dagger, boom. Gold is dead. So now it's just me and the host. And I think a blue was summoned in at one point, and he doesn't turn up during this fight, and yeah. So this host plays very evasively in this short period where he doesn't have a phantom, and all he does is he waits and he turns and burns. And you know, it's an effective strategy because he gets me a few times. And he is very evasive. He doesn't want to engage. He doesn't want to fight without his phantoms. He's not confident. So but he knows enough to do the turn and burns and to spam the parries, the Cestus parries. Try and go for the third hit. I'll want a third hit parry. Don't get it. I can never get the third hit parry on a straight sword. I think I need a better connection or a Cestus. So I get the crossbow. I'm trying to desperately punish his mistakes, but another blue turns up, and this guy's a little bit better. He's obviously a little further in the game because he's got I think it's the Fire Witch stuff, and he's using the Wind Blades, so he knows it's a good combo. And of course, when I'm distracted, he goes and summons his phantom again. So I give him a little clap to say, "Well done, you can summon. Congratulations." Not for the last time I get put in the blender. And again, getting blended up. All these quick weapons are really dicing me up. I mean, I'd like to think that having put on the Ring of Steel Protection and donned all this heavier armour has helped me out a little bit over these fights. Because you see the damage I was taking was absolutely minimal, even though I was getting diced in half. You see that he sent a blue home, so this was a blue that was summoned earlier, but couldn't find the party. It was AFK. So what the host did is he sent that AFK blue home so he could get another blue in to that's more effective at being able to gank me, basically. Right. So I needed to get out of there. I'm not sure what I was sort of panicking a little bit. I didn't know quite what my plan was. I was thinking, surely they're not going to follow me all the way back to the PvE again, are they? They saw what happened to their friends the last time they did that. Failed running on one parry there. My bad. But no, they are definitely stupid enough to follow me. So crossbow, spamming at range, get some nice free damage on the gold. You see, they're quite hesitant. I don't think the host particularly wants everyone to go up there, but the blue and the gold are pretty bloodthirsty. The blue is wanting his Concord, but I'm going to make him fight. Make him fight for every inch of that Concord. Explosion bolts doing work. Nice area of effect. Absolutely love it. So what they should have done is just stayed by the bonfire. Then there would have been only 2 routes for me to engage, and I would have been pretty fucked. But because they were gankers and they're so bloodthirsty, they wanted to come up here with me. And oh look, all the hollows doing some nice, easy damage on the phantoms. They don't kill any of them, but that's fine. They don't kill them. You just need that easy little damage chipping through, doing a little bit of Estus every time. I get stuck on a wall there. I didn't mind where I was going. Actually, I'm just dragging him back through all the PvE that the host and his phantom army already defeated, and they're doing just little bits of damage each time, and I'm just trying to make them fight for every inch. See, another great thing about the Knight's Crossbow when they're engaging and no one's spamming on the PvE, you can quite easily punish with things like exploding bolts from a distance. And you see the blue gets an incredibly lucky predictive parry there. Yeah, I don't think that was skill, that was complete luck. So they try and put me in the blender again, and I get out. And I'm thinking, surely they're not going to follow me all the way back out here with the Evangelist on all the other hollows. But yeah, they want their point down. They want their point down. So they come and try and engage me. I think they get smart about here, and they think, oh, actually, there's quite a lot of enemies here. Maybe we shouldn't engage the big nasty invader. You see, the host, he's out of Estus. You see, he just drinks a blue Gatorade. He can't heal anymore. So he's staying at the back, and he's letting his 2 phantoms protect him. Which is, I suppose, the clever thing to do. So they've aggroed some of the PvE. I'm getting some more free chip damage with the crossbow from a very safe distance on the host. And I think at this point... Oh, not yet. Yeah, the host bolts. He's had enough of this. He wants to go summon another phantom. So I think, fuck this noise. I'm not going to sit here playing with these two phantoms. I'm going to go kill this host and end this. So I know exactly where he's going. He's going back to the bonfire to summon another friend. So get my crossbow out. Eat a green blossom. The blue slows me down a little bit, but I get to dodge it and then keep running. Take a little shortcut, make up some ground, and pew pew pew! Fucking dead. This point down was very well earned. GG summoner. Better luck next time. So after the excitement and saltiness of the last invasion, the next one I get a little bit of a relief. I come across someone who bought it on the Black Friday sales, and I get a little bit of stress release by wailing on this guy. So he's fat rolling with full Lothric set. Get the guard break. Now I see that he's on his own and he's fat rolling, so I cut him some slack. And I'm thinking, all right. I'll let him deal with PvE, and then the police. And you know, I mean, I know you only just get the way of blue immediately before you come down to the Undead settlement, but I was in no mood for 2v1s at that point, so I ended up going to town on him. I do manage to get the third attack parry on the straight sword, so I must have had a better connection with this guy. And dead. And once again, Denier Blue, his proof of concord kept. So next invasion, it was another 1v1. Someone who obviously wasn't afraid to. He didn't immediately run back for the bonfire, and he kept at it, dealing with the PvE as well as dealing with my bullshit as well. So fair props to this guy, using I think the claymore with the priest starting set, which is good. So I'm giving him all sorts of hassle trying to guard break him with his crappy blue and white shield. Whilst this hollow is distracting him for me. So I managed to get a nice cheeky backstab. Failed to get the wake up. And I think at this point he thinks, alright, this ground isn't favouring me. So he beats a hasty retreat, and he runs up the stairs up by one of the big hollows are. So and he's quite happy to engage me here and give me a little duel. So guard break, dagger, dead. GG, sir. You get the quiet resolve, edge walk. But you earned my respect. Right, and so we have one final invasion with Anime King Goku, password summoned, over leveled, gold medalist in the arena, summoned, and this is one of my favourite clips, and it just shows off how good the Knight's crossbow is, or any crossbows are at dealing with parry spamming meta scrub lords. So we got a new guy, and he's got his password summoned, probably soul level 125, gold medalist, arena duelist, phantom with him. His name is Goku, and obviously he's nowhere near as cool as Goku. And he gives me the welcome gesture to say, "Hey, I'm gonna parry you." And you'll see through the entire fight, he does nothing but mash that cestus. As soon as he sees any form of attack coming from me, he will, again, there you go, he will mash that parry button. And obviously it works for him because he's got, well, having a gold medal in the arena isn't really indicative of how good you are at this game, but it obviously works for him. So he's desperately trying to bait me, and I've already sussed at this point, and this is all he's wanting to do. He wants to parry me, and he wants to Horde Ring repost me. So I use my crossbow an awful lot in this invasion to punish these parry attempts. And you see again, even when I try a cheeky turn and burn, he's right there mashing L2. And there's only so much, unless I'm using an ultra weapon, which obviously I'm not at this level, there's only so much I can do against people like this, and this is absolutely where the Knight's crossbow comes in clutch. And there's a technique that I learnt it from someone who invaded me a long time ago back in the forest, and it's what I like to call the crossbow turn and burn. All you do is you walk away from from the host or from the phantoms. You walk away unlocked, and you hold your crossbow out by holding R1, and then when they get close to you, you immediately lock on and you'll spin 180 degrees around and you let go of your crossbow bolt, and more often than not they won't see that coming and you'll be able to get some free crossbow damage to their face. So you've seen me do it already in this fight, and I think I do it a few more times again because it's quite effective, because they're running after you because they see your back turn, and they're running in a straight line towards you, so most people usually fall for it. Good old crossbow turn and burn. See, the phantom swaps sometimes to two-handed because he sees the parries aren't working for. But as soon as I get close, he whips that cestus out again. There you go, another parry. As soon as I attack him, he's obviously got quite good reflexes, so he's obviously instinctively just mashing parry as soon as I show any kind of aggression towards him. And obviously this must work for him. And unfortunately, the sorry truth of it is, he probably didn't learn anything from this entire engagement, because, yeah, spoiler alert, he fucking bites it. So all I'm doing is just Invader Tech 101, is I'm kiting them up and down, getting some free damage with the crossbow and the longsword when I can. All the host had to do was walk through the fog door, and that would have been it. I would have been dead. But I get the feeling that the password summon was telling the host, no, I can take him, it's fine, I'm a gold medalist, I'm really good at this game. Watch me get the parry on this guy. So just trying to find some space to heal. And they're just chasing me down, trying to get as much damage as I can. Crossbow coming in clutch again. Pew pew. Splash damage for that fucking exploding bolt, man. It's worth it. It's so worth it. Yep. I'm trying to go for the backstab there. I mean, I know backstab fishing is great for parry spammers as well, but it's very difficult when there's two of them. It's very difficult to go circle around for the backstab, and I make a few ill-advised parry attempts on the host. It's not just this guy who likes to match parry. I don't know. It seems that the host is wanting to ditch the fight. Given the welcome gesture, I think at this point they're still quite confident. I'll give him the point down. I was rather disappointed in his parry mashing, and I've been starting a new character recently, and as I do with most new characters, I will stick on the drive finger when I'm going through most areas, and I'll let invaders come and I'll fight the invaders. And now that the Black Friday sales have come and gone, there's a lot of new players coming to the game, and obviously all the try-hard low-level invaders have crawled out, and it's Cestus parry, Dark Hand, Dragon Slayer X fest, and it's rather frustrating. So I was rather annoyed at this Phantom for for try-harding so much with his Cestus. There you go. Crossbow turn and burn. You see what I did? Walked away with my back to the Phantom, held up my crossbow with the bolt ready, and then as soon as he got close, locked on. Boom! There it is again. Crossbow turn and burn, people. It works. Do it. When people are trying to space you out, it works. See, they keep running into the room with the just before the Curse Rotted Greatwood, and it would have been so easy for the host to just run through the see, the exile wasn't working for him, so he went for the fucking washing pole, and he gets backstabbed for it. Oh, tears popped. Fail parry equals death. Oh, that point down was good. I hope I generated a little bit of salt for him there. See, now I'm one-on-one with the host, and I'm not sure whether it was because he was draining his stamina with every swing, but I could not get a setup parry on this guy for the life of me. I'm not sure whether he knew about the whether he knows about setup parries or what, but he seemed to avoid them pretty handily. See here again. Yeah. See, and he knows not to swing twice when he hits the shield. It's very strange. So I get a few missed parries, but I'm pretty much got this guy on the ropes now. All I'm trying to do is keep him on the move. I don't want his password summon phantom back, so I don't know if I could do it a second time. Get in front of him, quickly block off the entrance to the to where the summon signs are. Oh, and I think he's run out of Estus at this point, and he's in full-blown panic mode, and he's playing. Oh, and now he's got the sliver of health, and all he's going to do is run around and roll. And then unlock play, aim at the ground, boom, done. That point down again, very well earned. Okay, boys and girls, I hope you enjoyed the invasions today. I'll be doing a lot more in the future, so yeah. Thanks again for watching, and bye.